I figure we just do lazy puzzle stream just because I've been so tunnel visioned I forgot to set up anything different. It's fine. It's fine. Well, actually, you know the other tracking program I've been talking about? You can fully import like 3D backgrounds and 3D spaces. I'm not sure if that's what Clover uses, but I can use that tracking program for like backgrounds and such. So I have a way of setting it up. I'm just not sure if it will work the way I want it to. Like I said, I need to experiment. But to experiment, I need to actually make the assets. And I really want to make the assets, but I know if I start working on things now, I'm not going to get the cover done in time. So I need to finish the cover, and then I can just dive head first, and that is the plan. Well, Clover has some 3D models too. She mainly does live 2D, but she does have some 3D models too. Okay. Oh, but no. So I have finished the first book, finally. One of the other things I did while I was gone, I did a lot of Squeakross while I was gone because I had nothing else to do and I just wanted to do something brainless. So I have done a lot of the funny puzzles. But no, another thing I want to experiment with, I might do models with different poses. Because if I'm in charge of doing all the modeling and stuff, I assume I could set it up where I'm just like sitting in a pose or have like a prop chair or something and have it like semi-function. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I have lots of experimenting to do. Right now I just need to focus on making just the base models and the model for my gliders, obviously. But there are plans and schemes, and it's fine. I've also learned that I can just hit the button and it will count for me, so I don't have to just be quiet and and think real hard as I count. It's fine. Oops. Oh. Nothing. Why does it say I can still do something on this line? Wait. Oh, because it's 4. Don't mind me. I say, oh look, I can use the funny button to count, and I'm not letting the funny button count for me. Yeah. It's like, I know it's possible, I just need to experiment. And I'll get to the experiments after I just do the base model. I need to do one thing at a time, or I will regret it. Because I will just want to do all of the things, and I will get none of them done. Because I will be trying to do all of the things. I know how my brain works. It sees the butterfly, and it chases after it. Yeah, I need like the jingling keys that clip a Markiplier. I saw a VTuber once that actually had that as a toggle, where she would just pull out a set of keys. It's like, oh, I need to get my chat's attention. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Okay. That's what I thought. I'm just paranoid and I want to have the funny game count for me. Okay. That reminds me, I should probably, since it has been a while since I played this game on stream, I should show off what I've done with the house, which isn't much. Well, that's the one that I've seen the most of. I know Jingling Keys is just like a meme in general, but I've seen so many people just reference the Markiplier clip more than anything else. Which I find funny. He's playing like an SCP game, and he's trying to tell his chat that no, it's not the back rooms. This is the back rooms before the back rooms. Jingle, jingle, jingle. But no, I made the house like an actual cage. I tried to make it sort of look like things that my gliders would actually play with. I figured the other rooms I can do like room stuff, but I wanted one of the rooms to just sort of look like glider stuff. Also, yes, there is a tiny blahage with little mouse ears. It's fine. Behold. Okay. And now we go back to the puzzle. And for once, it's actually 5 by 5. You do not know what a blowhage is? A blowhigh? You do not know what the IKEA shark is? You must go on to Rin's channel, look at her longs, scroll down to the bottom. She has an entire TED Talk about the history of blowhigh. You need to educate yourself. Well, blowhigh is technically the way you're supposed to pronounce it. That's like the real pronunciation, but everyone just calls it blowhage because that's how it's spelled. But how do you not know the IKEA shark? It's everywhere. Even before I knew who Rin was, I knew what the IKEA shark was. Yeah. Yeah. It's Swedish. It's a Swedish company. It's not American. Okay. I thought the whole blahage, I mean, all of their plushies for the most part are good. It's just a really good scrunkle. I have yet to get one for myself. But they are quite cuddly. At least they seem quite cuddly. Instead, I have a giant, well, not giant, he's very long. He's not as long as a blowhigh. But I do have a fluffy dragon plushie. And I say that is my blahage. Because he is blue, and he is long. He's not as long as the shark. But he is my blahage stand-in. It's fine. Yeah, the VTuber that's like the ambassador to the blowhigh, though, isn't even American. She's in Britain. So it's also in the UK. Yes, the weak Victorian child from space. Who is now our newscaster. It's fine, don't question it. Uh-oh. In my rambling of blowhigh, I have messed something up. Boo. No! The debut made it sound like she's just from space. Because she isn't human anymore. Because she did say her wires are part of her body. She's like an android now. Space android alien newscaster. Yes. Her mortal enemy, so close. At least Rinpin Rose 1 is enjoying the Tesco's at the bottom of the well in the moon. Don't question it. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Yes, the one in the well. The Tesco's in the well. That was the one sent to the moon. The new remix for they sent Rinpin Rose to the moon that she used in her, like we're putting Rinpin Rose 1 in the well. That was great. But no, now I can no longer listen to that one song from Uma Musume. It has been completely ruined. I don't think I will be able to listen to the audio while doing my polls anymore. It's just dead to me now. Dude, the Tesco's in the well on the moon. Okay, this time I gotta be careful to actually pay attention to what I am doing so I don't mess up the funny puzzle again. Hee 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 hee. Hoo hoo hoo. Right, this was like that. Hee 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 hee. Okay. We think. It has to be that one. This one has to be that one. That's the one that messed me up. Oops. Hee. Yeah, yeah. Same. I have like the original, like the very first standee when she was still with Idol. I still have the standee, and then I have like the first like makeshift plushie. Is like, oh, now I need updates. But I haven't gotten around to it yet, and I should probably think about it a little more seriously, but yeah, there was a standee briefly. Before Idol collapsed, it was bought out by Brave Group, they did do a very limited run of merch, and I was able to get the standee. There was a lot of delays, because when they started selling the standees, Idol hadn't collapsed. When they started producing the standees, Idol collapsed. Yeah, you've gotten it since Independence Day. I started getting the merch before then. So my order of the standee was in limbo for like a year because of all of the stuff that went down with Idol when it collapsed and went under. It's like, there were a lot of people unsure if they would even ship, and then they finally came out and said, hey, yeah, the company ain't doing too hot. Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I misread that. But no, very briefly, when Idol was still around, there were standees for Rin and all of the Idolian girls or whatever. But they also tried to make a Scrunkly plushie. And by that, it was like a keychain, like a plushie keychain like this big. That was the thing that really took the longest. I think the Scrunkly plushies didn't go out for a long while. Until after everything had calmed down and Brave Group took over. Where am I going wrong with this one line? Oh, I misclicked. I see it. I see it. Never mind. That's good. That's good. I made a table. Woo! Oh yes, because our little fuzzle needs a candelabra. The fancy puzzle with an apple on its head. This really is just like a VTuber At the end of the day, isn't it? It's in the right position for one. Was it a remake or was it like a new game? I know people have been like really hating on the redesigns and I kind of see it. Like, I know nothing of Star Fox and even I'm like, how did you think that was a good idea? Besides that, I know nothing. I've seen just some screenshots of people going, why and how? And I'm like, yeah, I see it. Why and how? Like, yay, new Star Fox, because that franchise has been dead forever, right? They massacred him, didn't they? Okay. Probably just to test the waters again. Apparently for the third time. Pain and suffering. Oops. Oh no. Yeah? Are they adding it to Star Fox or something? It's like all of the Switch 2 games have like some form of camera shenanigans, right? From my understanding. Which seems very sketchy. Oh, funny. Well, there's actually, someone actually found out how it reads the camera, and they were able to trick the Nintendo camera into reading their VTube Studio software as the camera. So there is actually a way to get your avatars to appear as your camera in the Switch 2, and it didn't even involve any modding. They just found out how the programs read each other, and it's like, oh, I just have to toggle this one thing, and look, it works! Because it's just like a USB camera. So they just use the USB. Yeah, I know. You're saying that they're just adding that as a feature, which is nice, having that as like a native thing. I am not denying that does sound nice for the people that want it. Maybe? I forget all the technicalities about it, but someone says like, oh, did you know you can actually get the Nintendo Switch 2 to read VTube Studio as a camera very easily and without mods? It's like, huh? I don't think that was intended by Nintendo, obviously, but it's there. Yeah, probably. Okay. I'm always so paranoid in this game because the grid is never 5x5 most of the time. It's like, is it safe? Oh no. I know nothing of Star Fox besides do a barrel roll. And it's not actually a barrel roll that you do. It's an aileron roll. It's fine. That's about all I know. It would be funny if in this remake they actually corrected it and actually said do an aileron roll. I doubt they do. Because I bet people would be rabid if they did. But it would be funny in my opinion. Isn't this? Yeah. Oh. So no one played that one. I see. Yeah. Oh no. That's not good. Oh no. Has Star Fox been tormented more than, like, Star Fox fans been tormented more than Kingdom Hearts fans? Oh no. Oh no, the poor people. Oh no, they suffer. They suffer, they starve. Oh no. And then they get the... Eee. Oh no. Oh, I feel bad for them. Oh no. Oh. I mentioned it. That there was like a rumor circulating about like something for Kingdom Hearts soon. I finally took a look at what it was last night because I kind of ignored it when I started seeing like Kingdom Hearts. It's like, it's not real. It's not real. You know, want to know what it was? Tokyo Game Show was prepping to release all their information for this year's show. And their coming soon image that they decided to use was a black screen, green loading bar and white text that said loading that they posted yesterday. And the font kinda looked like the menu font from Kingdom Hearts. And the green kinda looked like the XP bar from Kingdom Hearts. So people went rabid. And I was like, it's just Tokyo Game Show getting ready to show their new dates and stuff, because they haven't confirmed the dates for this year yet. Even though we all know it's going to be like September 23rd, somewhere in there. And then this morning, they confirmed what I knew what it was. It's just them going, oh, look, here's our show dates, here's our tickets, blah, blah, blah. We're grasping at straws here in Kingdom Hearts land. It's painful. I've accepted that nothing's happening anytime soon, but some people are still like, no, it will be any day now. It will be any day. And I'm like, no. No, it won't. It really won't. Oh, painful. Oh, no. It's like, on one hand, yes, Square will always aim for like Tokyo Game Show or D23 for their announcements when in regards to Kingdom Hearts. But still, I don't think we're getting anything at Tokyo Game Show relating to Kingdom Hearts. If anything, it's just going to be more Final Fantasy III, because we know that game is practically done at this point. And it may be Dragon Quest XII, because we know, because someone slipped up in an interview, that that's getting revealed at the end of the month. Yeah. Guess you just gotta wait and see and hope for the best? Question mark. The grid is just one square here. At least it is just... everything else is in fives. It's just that one little area, but still... Yeah, it's been in full development since 4 years ago. It started its development at the end of Melody of Memory. I trust nothing. All we've gotten from them since they announced 4 is a game cancellation and 7 crunched PNGs that are like all on one image file, but there's 7 images on that image file, and the image itself is only like 720p. You can barely see anything in some cases. Until I have the disc, I don't believe it exists. Square is currently sort of burning in the corner. Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, that sort of thing. Which I get. That's why, like, some older, like, PlayStation series stopped at, like, a trilogy and their rights were sold off. Everything that I've heard from, like, what's going on behind the scenes at Square Enix, I trust nothing anymore. Like, at all. But no, that's why there was, like, Naughty Dog did like 3 Crash Bandicoots, then they stopped, and then their rights were bought, and other people took it in other directions, and those were never really as good as the original 3 from what I've heard. Same went with Spyro. Insomniac felt they did everything that they could do with Spyro and moved on to Ratchet and Clank and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I probably worded it wrong, sorry. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But once you feel like you've done all you can with an idea, it's best to let that idea sit. And I get that. Because I've seen franchises run themselves into the ground because they just can't let it go. It's like, no, it was fine. You don't need any more. Yeah. Wait, no. That was right. Yeah, I've heard of 99. Because it was like Tetris 99, but just with that game, right? I haven't thought of Tetris 99 in forever. Interesting. Oh, I did see an interesting ad. It did not intrigue me, like, it did not entice me and like, oh, I should do it or whatever, because I still really don't care about Nintendo Switch 2. But they are doing something interesting with their bundles now. Now it's like you get to pick which game you get instead of, oh, this bundle has this game, this bundle has that game. No, you get the console, you turn it on, and it will ask you, which of these games do you want for free? And you just get it. That's kind of interesting. It's a shame that it's all digital that way, but at least you know you're gonna get a game that you like, I guess. So that's interesting, I think. Yeah, it like just showed up today, I think. I think it's something they just announced. I saw it as like a sidebar ad this morning. It's like, oh, okay. That's kind of neat if people want that. Because like the few times I've gotten a console where it had like a bundle game, they weren't really games I was all that interested in. So those games got immediately sent back to GameStop while I kept the funny console. Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of like Switch 2 was sort of selling like the PS5. The PS5 was like out of stock immediately, but no one bought the games. And now they're saying, oh, PS6 is next year, along with the PSP3. It's like, oh, okay. Assuming the rumors are true and we're getting the PSP3, but okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah, for years now, ever since PS5 came out, there's been like rumors and leaked documents talking about a new PSP, and those rumors have only started getting more and more frequent, and like I said, some stuff has apparently leaked. I don't know for sure if it's leaked or just like a very competent fake. But yeah, apparently a PSP3 is in the works, and it's not just like currently they have like a sort of mobile thing where you can like stream the games to like your phone, but it's still technically the PS5 and your phone and not like an actual console, if I understand how that works. This is like a proper PSP. Like you get the games on the PSP and you can take it. And yeah, the current leak says that it can run anything from PS4 forward. Like I said, there's some stuff with how the PSP or PS3 was set up along with the PS3 games that makes it really hard to get them to play natively on anything other than a PS3. That's why on PlayStation Plus, I couldn't do any of the PS3 games because they were stream only. Yeah, this is very chill music. Yeah, essentially, yeah. It can do PS4 through PS6. Which is interesting. But that also means there's probably not really gonna be exclusive games on it. It's just like, oh, you want a PS6, but you want it cheaper and on the go. Here you go. At least from my understanding of how everything is being described, that's how it works. So basically, Nintendo Switch Lite, but for PlayStation users. Yeah, basically. Now all I'm thinking of is like Diablo from Tensura just pouting in the corner now. Oh wait, has to go there. Oh no. Oh no, don't fall for it, no! And things have devolved into chaos once more. It's fine. It's concerning, but it's fine. I remember one of the conventions I went to, they had like this one area where you could do a bunch of mini games, but you had to battle butlers and maids to win prizes. I won like a DVD against a butler. It's fine. I forget what DVD it was, but I got like a DVD from like all of these mini games they had set up. It's like, if you win, if you defeat one of our battle maids or butlers, you get a prize. Okay. Hee. Here, I feel like I'm not in the right costume for this discussion here. Behold the Lolita. So yeah, idols won't be able to, or no. So things are changing in the music industry in Japan currently. Idols will get paid more soon. And performers will get paid more soon. Because how music performances used to work is that only the writer and the composer would get paid for a song. The singers would get basically nothing. That's changing soon. So the whole reason that they don't want you to do your own songs is because then you'll get all the money. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even fill any of these in. I could have filled in that stuff long ago. It's fine. Hee hee. Hoo hoo. Yes. Yes. Inquiring minds want to know. Post your Oshi marks. Do it. Oh, I never did the ones over here. I should do the ones over here. But that doesn't say Oshi marks. You haven't posted Oshi marks. No Oshi marks, no maids. No idols. It's required. You're fake. Fake company, get out, GM, it's a scam! If he doesn't even know your Oshi marks, then clearly something's wrong! I mean, even the shoujo knew their scam talent's Oshi marks. Oh, wait, no, that can't be there. Wait. One. Oh, wait, no, that is right. Oh no. Even more signs that it's a scam. Here's the thing, though. HR for a scam company is still just a scam HR. It's probably just some corporate yes man. Yeah, that is true. He did not list whoever the supposed HR is. Well, here's the thing. Even if you're a stand-in, you gotta do something. So if you're not doing anything, that means you aren't doing your job. So you gotta do something. You pulled us into this rabbit hole. Accept the consequences of your actions. You're driving the segue. Oops. But you just said you were doing nothing. So clearly, one of these statements was a lie. But here's the thing, Lim. Here's the thing, Lim. GM might be a new hire. You might not know who HR is. I certainly don't know who HR is in this the circus. Yes, yes. Yes, this is true. That's true. Wait. Don't tell me. HR is the horse. The horse you claim to not know and say to never mention, but you usually bring up anyway. Is HR the horse? Are we bringing back the old memes? I've been laughing too hard. I'm thirsty now. The chaos. The chaos. Let's see. I mean, mail. When you say mail, most people will think like written letters or like typed out physical letters. Not phones. That would be like a text or an email, not just mail. Because physical mail still technically exists, and it's all for the most annoying things imaginable. But it still in fact exists. I get letters from both emails and like physical letters from my bank from time to time saying, did you know that you could deposit money into the bank? It's like, I would if I could. Wait, no, that has to be that. I forget what it is I'm making, but I'm starting to see a face in this image. I've been too distracted by our randomness. It's fine. The picture will be made eventually. But have you ever considered GM might not even know how to access the email? Because I worked at my old job for over a year before I was told I had a business email. They didn't even tell me how to access it when I did eventually find out about it. I had to ask someone later. So... The power, it's gotten to his head. That's why. Temporary power means temporary lapse in judgment. Some people aren't made for leadership roles. We break under the pressure. Huh. Uh-oh. Well, I messed up somewhere along the way. That needs... Okay, time to start over. This is what happens when I ramble. Or get distracted by other people's rambling. It's fine. It was very entertaining. I didn't see your message till just now. I was looking at the screen. Well, personally, I mean, I just enjoyed my ice cream and fries, so... Have some ice cream and fries. It was very tasty. And I'm not making that up. I literally finished my ice cream and fries before stream. It was very good. In all of our circles trying to find just any fast food place that was functioning today, we ended up at Dairy Queen. So that was my lunch. Obviously, there was more than just ice cream and fries, but that was like the main part of it. Okay. Well, in that case, good luck with CMs. I think that starts today, the new champions meeting. I need to figure out what Uma I'm running. Because I haven't done my funny test runs yet. I think there starts today or tomorrow, I forget which. I meant to check, but then things happened and I got distracted, and like I said, very tunnel vision with the new cover and just trying to not think too much about the re-debut at the moment. I see. Well, still good luck with the CMs anyway. Better not. Let's see. You just go to him without any context of this bit and go, "You owe me, lobster." He would be so confused. Well, he seems to show up for Tales of Arise. He likes Tales of Arise. So maybe tomorrow he'll show up. I assume he is busy. That or he is lurking, watching all of this unfold. Being very confused. Okay. Cool. We have side quests to do, and then eventually the main quest, and I apparently got into an area that I shouldn't have yesterday. Because the boss at the end was like level 65 or something. I don't know how I made it to the boss in that area, considering I was curious, because the little mini minions that pop up, they were tough, but they never said what level they were. Turns out they're also like level 60 something. Somehow I got through all of those, but the boss was just too much. There's just too much going on. Well, not really. It was a side quest. So I just play the game as normal, I think, and eventually I can go back there. Well, what I do for my CMs is I look at what the CMs are, like where the track is, the distance, the conditions and stuff, and then I go into that like test race thing, and I test all my highest rated Umas against each other like 10 times. I average the score, and then I take my top 3 Umas that run different styles, and that's how I do my CMs. Cool, cool. So that's what I mean when I say, oh, I haven't done my test runs for the CM yet. I need to do that so I know who to run, because I don't at the moment. Because sometimes the Uma that I think will do like really good on the CM ends up being the one that scores the worst in my trials. So that's why I do things the way I do now. It seems to be a little more reliable that way. I don't trust this line at all. Aw. Pain. Too much of a grind, not enough time. Can kinda understand that. Oh, yeah, that too. That sucks. I did hear that some countries were starting to crack down on VPNs and tried to make them illegal, so... yeah. Because they're always touted as like, oh, you can get around bans and stuff, and governments are starting to pick up on that and not like that. Because originally VPNs were just supposed to be a way of like keeping you safe on the internet, like encrypting your data or whatever, and then this whole getting around government blocks and stuff was just a secondary thing that happened out of all of the other stuff that it was doing to encrypt your data or whatever. And that suddenly became the only thing people started pushing with VPNs. It's like, oh, you want to see this show? Well, it's only on Netflix in this country. If you had a VPN, you could get it. And yeah, that's suddenly the governments are starting to catch on to what's happening. It's like, no, you're getting around our censorship laws and other laws. No. So yeah, good luck with any VPN related thing, because they are probably gonna get sniped. I do not know the full details, and I don't know which countries exactly are doing it, but I did see some talk of it just vaguely floating out in the internet. It's like, it kind of makes sense. It doesn't really affect me because I've never personally used a VPN. Yeah. But what was it? I'm still trying to think of that thing that I was going to say. And then I was like, I'll finish the song and then I'll say it. And then I forgot it. And I'm still trying to remember what it was that I was going to say. And it's bugging me and it's fine. Who knows? Maybe I already said it and I just don't remember. It's fine. Maybe. Probably all of the above. My brain cell has been vibrating violently on these subjects, like, all weekend, because I was so hyper, like, going into the weekend. It's like the cover mixes, or not the mix, the tuning's almost done. I just gotta do the mix. I already have all of the playlists saved. I'm gonna do the Blender thing. The cover betrayed me. Whatever works. Who knows, maybe the thing that popped into my head without me realizing was something that's like, no, I shouldn't talk about it because it would be spoilers. Because that is very much a possibility. It could have been like a spoilery thing. But no, at the same time, I was like wanting to say it, so it probably wasn't a spoiler thing. I don't know. When my PC died before that, there was stuff going on, and I missed a couple of days of Infield, and for whatever reason, I haven't been able to go back to it. Even when my PC died, and I had absolutely nothing else to do, I could have very easily just gone into Infield and just spent all day in the factory. For whatever reason, I just couldn't get back into it. Even when, like, Rossi, and Li Feng got added, those were the two characters I wanted. They're added. They have been added. I still haven't gone back for them. I was enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I don't know what it was. It's just I missed a day and then all motivation to go back was just gone. And I only missed a singular day. For whatever reason. I don't know. It's like, I want the funny gacha game to, like, really hook me, and I thought it had, because I was enjoying it. I had several days where, I played past 1 a.m. It's fine. But just missing the one day, apparently, threw all of that out the window. Yeah, because it's like, I do like the characters. I really like the lore that I was getting, and it's like, I want more of this. I was watching videos, even when I missed the day. I think I was still, like, watching, like, Infield or Arknight, like, lore videos, but it's like, I just couldn't get back into the game for whatever reason. Yeah, which is fair. Which is fair. That sort of happened with me and Nikki. It's like, I like Nikki, but the stories just started to not really... Well, the story was already kind of eh. It was okay in places. It was really good in some places. But the more updates that happened, the less interesting the story got. And it started throwing in weird things. It was like, this doesn't really match the vibe you gave me on the initial go-through. Yeah, pain. What really bummed me out when I did, like, start losing interest in Nikki, that Nikki had finally started doing things that I've been wanting them to do in Infinity Nikki. Is like, oh, we're finally going, like, full fantasy, like, adventurer style stuff instead of just, like, Lolita fashion, like the various forms of Lolita fashion. And it's like, ooh, dragon stuff, lots of dragon stuff, because the new area has lots of dragons in it. The power of dragons. The power of a fantasy sugar glider being in the game now was still not enough to hold me in that game. You know it's bad when there's a sugar glider, an actual sugar glider in the game, and I'm like, meh. That, like, never happens. I see sugar glider and I get more obsessed. How did they fail so badly? There's so few video games that actually acknowledge the existence of a sugar glider. Infinity Nikki became one of them, and I dropped it. And in that sense, it kind of pains me. Yeah. It's like, there's still some, like, gachas that I want to check out. That's what I was gonna do instead of Arise. I was gonna do my, like, gacha month. I forgot about that. We just started talking about Arise. It's like, yeah, I'll do Arise next. I suddenly remembered that. Okay, maybe after Arise I do my gacha month like I said I would. Because I've been meaning to do that for so long, wait. The sudden flash of realization. Yeah. That do be how it is. Yeah. Well, a lot of... From what I can tell, I haven't played that many gacha from China, but from what I can tell, a lot of Chinese gacha just do not do reruns. Everything is a limited run, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You miss it, you miss it. End of story. Sometimes, like a year or two down the road, they'll do a very, very limited rerun banner, but the odds are never good enough for said rerun banner, so it might as well not even be there. So yeah. This may or may not be true for all of them. Like I said, I haven't played many gacha from China, but from the few that I have played and from people discussing other games in series, that is how it works from my understanding. Yeah, that's what Tensura does. It's like, you miss a character, no big deal. It will be back in like a couple of months on the main banner. Or on all of the banner pools. Just be patient. And I think that's the other reason why I kind of fell out of Nikki specifically, because it's like, once you miss a thing, it's just gone. Yes, they finally did start doing reruns, like right before I dropped everything. But for the most part, it was like, yeah, everything is limited. End of story. It's like, great. So even if I want the thing, it's not like I'm gonna get the thing. And since you really only get, like, the benefit of what you're pulling for if you get all of the pieces, if you don't get all the pieces, it's sort of a waste of resources trying. So you really only can pull when you have enough to absolutely guarantee that you're gonna get the thing. Otherwise, it's just sort of a waste of effort. I have been spoiled on, like, the decent gacha games. They're like, oh yeah, it's technically free to play friendly, because things will come back. Nothing's technically limited unless it's a collab. Yeah. When Nikki had, like, its first major update, which is when I finally dropped it, they added so many features. All of the buttons that I had memorized the past year had changed. And trying to relearn everything for the same game with built-up muscle memory, oh, it was so painful. It's like, I can't do anything now. And the fights were actually, like, okay, they're still pretty basic, but compared to what they were, the fights were actually a little more intense, and it's like, oh no, I can't do anything because they changed all the buttons. Oh, weird. I've never seen that before in my life. What do you mean the pity carries over? What does that mean? That sounds weird. What does that even mean? Huh? Weird. I've never noticed the gacha game where things carried over between banners. That sounds weird. Like, I guess it sounds cool on paper, but I don't think I've ever experienced it. Yeah, that's the other thing I didn't really care for in Infield. Is like, what do you mean I have to draw for the weapons? That's just stupid. Give me a crafting thing. That's how it works in Tensura. Basically, I judge all my gacha games based off of Tensura. Anymore. Huh. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I've never heard of that system. You say that it was an infield, but I don't remember it. I'll take your word for it. I only played for I only pulled for lava, so I really wouldn't know. And I got 2 of her in the same pool. No problem, no problem. See you later. Have a good rest of your day. We will be here with the little rat that I've painted to look like a sugar glider with an apple on their head. Doing the puzzles. It's fine. Huh. 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 Yeah, no, I never noticed that at all. But like I said, I only pulled for lava, and once I got lava, I started doing other things that I didn't even get to the next banner period, so It is weird that it wouldn't have any boosted odds. Because even Tinsora gets, like, boosted odds on the banner characters. Or, like, the event banner characters, I should say. Because they're all technically banner characters. Hopefully, I did that right. Huh. Huh. Interesting. I didn't post a picture when it happened, but when I did my, like, ticket pulls for the, Veldora banner, I got him again. My Veldora is almost maxed out. He's almost the full, like, new level max, the new level cap. I just need 2 more copies of him or a few more memory crystals. Trying to remember who I got. I know I got Pog, I got... Ardelia was the free one, so she wasn't pulled. I got, the Dragon Boy as a free scout, like, free pick choice. I think I got every character when I was pulling. Like, every 6-star that was available to me at the time, including 2 lavas. But that's just me and my gacha luck. I don't think I got any dupes outside of getting 2 lavas. I can't remember. Yeah. I don't know, for me it won it, because it's like, if it's a character I don't care for, I'm not gonna pull. Even if it does give me like a free 10 pull for the next banner, it's not a character I care for, so why should I pull? But that's just how I approach all my gacha. If it's not a character that I think is interesting, then I just don't care. Does it matter if the character has like a really awesome effect? No. I just want it to look cool and be a character that I enjoy. If it makes me happy, then I will pull for him or her. Otherwise, meh. Like, I didn't even know how overpowered the Veldora unit was until I finally leveled him up like 4 or 5 days after getting him, and I was able to play him properly. It's like, oh. Because I hardly ever look at the skills in Tinsura when they announce new characters. I just look at it, I was like, okay, you look cool. I like you. Or you're like one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I want you. Then I either luck in or luck out of not getting like the really broken skill. This time I lucked into it. It's fine. See, I really need to get into the habit of using this. Because it's here for a reason. Yeah, it really did. Like, there are some characters where it's like, oh, you look cool, then I play them, it was like, It's nice that they gave those, like, little test demos or whatever when they introduce a new character so you can try everyone out. This has to be like that, I think. No. There. What, you have to pay to get in and there's still gacha? No. No. That's a no. Like, it's one thing if you have, like, optional DLC or, like, cosmetics, but having it be a gacha thing? No. No. I have no words other than no. Okay. I mean, I guess some games have that, but it's not like a monetary thing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I thought you were saying, like, no, it's like paid currency or like something you could boost with actual money. That, if it's all completely free once you get into the game, yeah, that's fine. I've played several games where it's like that. It's just a little optional thing. That is no big deal. Yeah, I've heard they're pretty bad when it comes to that sort of stuff, too. Huh. So why would you need to... Why would you want to grind if you can just get to the end game and just get whatever you want without trying? Yeah, I like it when games do that, when they try to, like, integrate the, like, mechanics into the story somehow. I really like it when games do that. Not every game does. Sometimes they're like, oh, it's just here because reasons. And I mean fair, that sometimes is just what you have to do. But it is cool when they actually, like, try to put some effort into, like, putting it into the lore. If that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. So you need like a certain type of character or certain types of characters to get into an area? I see. So sort of like Skylanders. The Skylanders, you needed at least one figure of each element or you couldn't complete the game. If you did not have every single element on hand, you couldn't do anything. You could do a little bit, but you couldn't get everything. Huh, interesting. It's puzzles like these that always drive me a little bit insane, because everything is just tiny numbers. Oh, wait. Yeah. I could see how that would be an ordeal, yeah. Oh no. Oh no, I did something wrong. Oh no, I don't know what I did wrong. Heh heh heh, where he hoo hoo hoo. Yeah. which is fair. Oh look, numbers bigger than 1. That's appreciated. Okay. So like some of those like game building challenges I've seen where it's like every hour it's given to some other game dev and they just try to make a game that way. But on the professional level. It just wants to bamboozle people. Clearly, it's an ice type that knows, like, camouflage abilities. It's blending in with the fire types. It's all an illusion. Oh, cool! Huh. Really? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I've heard little bits and pieces, obviously, mainly from you with, like, the Xeno games. Didn't know there was a gacha one. Interesting. Yeah, understandable. It sounds like there's a lot to unpack with it. Not necessarily a bad thing, just there's a lot there. There are just some games or some, like, anime or books or what have you, where it's like, yeah, it's great. You just gotta get past this, 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 and this. And then you're at the end and it's great. Some series, some things are just like that, and that's fine. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that before. It happens. Yeah. Like, sometimes limitations are a good thing. Because if you start going, oh, I have full freedom to do absolutely anything I want, you start wanting to put anything and everything in said project, and you just can't get anything done because you're trying to get everything into said project. It's not a good thing. I would say it's fine, but it really isn't. Coming from experience, it really isn't. You need to set your goals and have limiters on those goals. And then you get things done. Yeah. Yeah, you said it was like sort of a spiritual successor because it's like the same team but different licensors, so they don't have the rights to the original IP. Yeah. Ah. I see, I see. Oops. Okay. Oh, I see where this wants me to put things. Did not notice that before. I think I finally remembered what I was gonna say before. I don't know why it suddenly popped into my head. So on Project Diva X, there's a song called Coward Rangers, basically. That it has a different name. Coward Rangers Urotander or something. Underhanded Rangers Urotander. It's finally getting added to Project Sakai. They've posted the video for it. I want to see the chart. If the chart is not a troll chart like it was in X, something is wrong. But they're finally putting it in Project Sakai. The video's funny. It's not as insane as some of the things that they do with like X. But still, I approve. I appreciate it. I want to see the chart though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Pain. Okay. Eventually, I will figure out what it is I'm making. No, I messed... Oh, wait, no, that is right. That is right. For a second, I thought I messed up again. We're fine. We're fine. Huh. Huh. Interesting. You would think that if there was quality of life stuff, it would affect everything if you got the DLC. Huh. Yeah. That makes sense, because I mean, isn't that sort of how a lot of like DLC for older games went? It was like, it's stuff we wanted to put in the main game, but we had to cut, so we're still going to provide it, but you gotta pay up for it, essentially. That are like just cosmetic stuff. Huh. Interesting. Oh, is it the 1? Or not the 1, is it the 2? I think it's the 2. 2? Yes. It's like, why is it still blue? Shouldn't have done that yet. I should stick with filling things out this way. Uh-oh. Something is wrong there. Yeah. I'm miscounting something here, so I'm just gonna do that. Oh, it does overlap there. Okay. Didn't think it would. Oh, cool. I mean, whatever works. I mean, that's essentially what happened with, like, Recoded. Because it was bundled physically, in Japan at least, with Final Mix 2. Because they wanted more people, because 2 obviously has ties to Chain of Memories. Did I say coded? I meant Chain of Memories. This slip of the tongue. There's too many re's in Kingdom Hearts, it's fine. But no, Chain of Memories. Not everyone played the Game Boy game, obviously. So they wanted more people, all the people that were confused playing 2, who were like, who's the organization? Who's nominate? What is this? What's going on? Why was Sora asleep? That's why they made Chain of Memories. They bundled it physically with Final Mix 2, and that's the only reason Final Mix 2 exists, was some people didn't play the games in order and were very confused. Eventually, for whatever reason, they released Chain of Memories, Chain of Memories physically in the US without Final Mix. It still confuses me about Final Mix, because Final Mix really was just like the director's cut of the game. Essentially, it was sort of like physical DLC of the main game. But here's the thing, everything was in English. And it was a Japanese exclusive. I get why they did it that way, because the whole, like, subs versus dubs, it isn't just an American thing. They got it over in Japan, too. Everyone prefers the English voice acting to Disney characters. So even in Japan, they consider the US version of Kingdom Hearts to be the official one. The official dub, essentially. Even with all of the horrible, horrible mistranslations in some places. But yeah, like, if you compare, like, Final Mix to the original, either Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2, it adds extra cutscenes through the entire game. It adds new boss fights. I can't remember if there's new abilities or not, but I know there's just more lore. More lore is the main draw. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, we get all the scenes for, like, Riku, like what he was doing throughout the story while Sora's off on his little adventure. So... Now, is it, like, funny bad or just oof bad? Because some dubs can be so bad they loop around to being perfection. We have seen this with Silent Hill. Oh, I just saw the time. I don't think I'm finishing this puzzle. It's fine. I can finish it later. We did get some puzzlings done. Oh no. That sounds jarring. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Like, I was so stuck at the end of, like, Dragon Guard 1 because some of the mechanics just aren't explained at all. And I didn't realize that until I was so desperate that I started looking up videos. It's like, okay, surely someone has gone on to YouTube to show themselves, like, beating the game before. There are 2 attacks a character can do. The game only ever mentions 1. Learning that there were 2 is how I beat the game. The only time it mentions that there's 2 attacks is in the dragon levels where you're flying around. But no, when you're walking around in the incessant da-da, 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 you have 2 attacks. You do have 2 attacks. Yeah, and since mine was a used copy, but it only had the disc because it was way cheaper that way, I didn't have the manual. So that was me for not, you know, looking up a manual online. That was totally on me. But I did eventually find out, and we did beat the game. We 100%ed Dragon Guard 1. I got the funny flight jet. It's fine. Or the fighter jet, I mean. Oh no. Well, we sort of ran out of time. I will finish this puzzle and the other puzzle later. But this is my end time, so I will call it here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.